All right, the DXY on the daily chart, looking at the bigger picture here, we're seeing that we're in an uptrend, right? That's the first thing you should be doing looking at a chart. What is the trend that you are in? So uptrend for, over 500 days, but you also want to look for signs of reversals. And do we have that yet? Potentially, right? We're looking at the first in over 500 days when we set our lower low, right? First time right there, back the last week of October, followed by also, lower highs. So then we got our drop down after we broke kind of a key level, run around 109 on the daily chart. That was the level we were looking for. So on my charts, I generally keep really as most simplistic as possible. Although this may look busy, it's really just moving averages and Bollinger Bands. That's all. If you can make it, even less than that, right? You can make this really clean and simple. And this is the best way to learn charts and learn support and resistance levels. That is the number one thing you can do to improve your skills the fastest. So tip of the day. Now, let's put those back on because I got some things to talk about. What I mentioned, breaking this trend, right? This trend is potentially broken, as we talked about, lower highs, lower lows. And then we kind of had this fall down. But where do we fall to? The 200-day moving average tends to be, pretty bigly support, no matter what chart you're looking at on which asset. Not only that, but if you draw it kind of back in this area, you can kind of see these other kind of touch points. If you get a lot of touch points at the same time, you're at key moving averages, that's probably going to be a bigger level. And you can kind of loosely base this a little bit lower if you want, and you can even drag this all the way back to here, right? And then you can see 1, 2 areas of consolidation, 3, right? That was kind of our breakout, our retest of, with support, and then, continue blasting off. So are we going to do that again? Well, this time is a little bit different than this time because we had not made a lower low yet. So the DXY, what we're looking for if we want crypto to bottom, and I'm not saying the bottom is in, but this is what would help us kind of come to that conclusion, is if we kind of retest previous lost support and we want to flip that to resistance. So right in this area, let's delete this one now. So we saw the bounce there. So if we come up here in the next handful of days, maybe even a week or two, we want to find resistance here. And not only that, we need to reverse. And not only that, we need to take out that low. So we need the DXY under 105. So ideally, what's this going to look like is, maybe we reverse now, right? We could just reverse and hold resistance at the MA8. That would be okay. Maybe not likely since we had an 18-month uptrend, right? We've been doing pretty good. But so let's see. Maybe we work our way back up here over the next, week or two, and then we reject. And then if we come back down, this would start being the signs that we want to see for crypto to find a bottom. If we take out this low, you can be much more confident that, crypto is setting up for a bottom, or the bottom would have likely already been in. Now, what would happen if the DXY does this over the next couple days and weeks is, you guessed it, crypto would likely go down further. So if you see over the next couple of days, the DXY goes up to, 109, 110 area, although that's resistance and we want to see a reversal, crypto would likely also not be doing so well. So if you see, in a week or two from now, DXY is at 109, 110, I would highly think that the likeliness of Bitcoin visiting, 10 to 14K is probably on the books, right? Just based on that, right? This is the trading pair for Bitcoin, the US dollar. This is the US dollar index, as blatantly as obvious as that may be by now. So on the other hand, what would we not want to see? We would not want to see a breakthrough of this level. This would likely mean a continuation. So if we break through 110 and you see us continuing higher, we must reverse before that level, like 113, right? So that's like the fail-safe. If we break 113, we're likely far from being done from dropping for Bitcoin. But, is that the odds? Who knows? I doubt it. I doubt it, right? Based on this, this is showing major warning signs of weakness. If you break a 500-plus day trend, there's at least something afoot, right? So we'll hope for a rejection up at this area or sooner. Maybe we reject here. Like I said, we haven't closed this candle yet. Depending on when you watch this, we close this in about 9 hours. let's see what we end up doing. You can see all the moving averages starting to curl back up here. So maybe we do end up getting a bounce here, right? We had a solid press down outside the Bollinger Bands. If you get that, prices by definition are low. That's what that means. The same thing over here, right? A press outside Bollinger Bands is price by definition is high. That's what those mean. Okay, so that's ideal. What we want to rally up, reject, right? Previous lost support becomes new resistance, and then sink this DXY ship, send crypto back on its merry way, make some browns turn upside down again for everyone. I think we all need it at this point, and this is what we're looking for to get that. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, like button, follow us on Twitter, Telegram, and Patreon. I'll see you very soon on whatever the hell video I make up next.